time for some football. Welcome into Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, a pair of NFC West teams face off. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And away we go from Lumen Field. On the return, here comes Emari Demercado. And he's going to make this to the 28th before going down. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And bringing them out in his 10th season now. A veteran who minimizes turnovers better than almost anyone here in the NFL, Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett has seen some adversity in this league. Occasional starting opportunities as well. And he's hung around because he knows how to take care of the football. He can still throw it deep with the best of them, but he's the type of guy you just trust. You trust that he can come in, that he can manage the offense, and he can win a game if needed.
Into the hands of Harrison. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
We're set now on 1st and 10. Brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Now run with Demercado. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Not quick to McBride. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. Tackle made by the rookie from South Carolina, Nick Emanwari.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, it's Brissett. Nice run across the 15. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's a game to Demercado. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Demercado. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. 3rd and long for him here. And they take this in for the finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. There he is on 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that return. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Brissett with it on 1st. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now Darnold off the play action. He brings it in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Darnold. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Walker on 2nd. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
The 11-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out head the Cardinals now on offense. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
And kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On first down, it's Brissett. We've got a screen to the running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Now it's Brissett. Dumped off to his running back. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
4th down punt coming up, so on comes Pat O'Donnell. Seahawks with Torrey Horton back deep to return this. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
They've got first down from the 31. They're going play action. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that first down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there, and that's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Toss play. This is Walker. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. That's a short gain of 1. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
1st and 10 from the 41. With a quick pass out wide. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. They give up the gut to Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Darnold looking to throw. He was caught. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. On the carry, it's Walker. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On third down, Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 4 yards.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They've got first down from the 31. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Completed over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. And a nice little run there gets him 5. Second down upcoming. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Throwing out to the left, Cup. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off. And then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. DeMarcado bringing it back. Jukes away from one. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10. DeMarcado on the carry. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Second and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To the right and hauled in by Jones. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go. Run here. This is DeMercado. Has the first, but once more. He's past the 45. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to it. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Off the play fake, Brissett. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
To the air on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the set.
Loss of 6 yards. And it's 4th down.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 14-7 game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're lining up to punt a little shy of midfield. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he's getting close, and they take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here, Kate, but if they could have held off just another second before making contact, they may have driven this QB right into the end zone, and we know what that would have meant. Well, 2 points and the defense ignited.
Not a lot of real estate for them to work with here. It's 2nd and long. From the gun, Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, He's going to make you pay.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Third and long for him here. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Greg Dortch back to return for the Cardinals. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, and you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions. And you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Brissett. Hits him on the in route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back-to-back carries here. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Third down, it's Brissett. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
After the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Operating from the gun, Brissett. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Pat O'Donnell on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, because safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Darnold now to throw. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Deep to return, Greg Dortch. He'll start from the 39. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff now out of the gun. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Has it in close. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Throw here, 3rd down. It's caught by Wilson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They'll run with DiMercado. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Third down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's finally caught after a big third down game, but it was one of his teammates caught by an official. We've got a flag down. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still third down.
Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Here's Brissett to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold to throw. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Running left. Here's Walker. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's got his man. This is Walker. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Walker on 1st down. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Darnold looking to throw. He's got it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. They'll throw. 3rd and long. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Brissett. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
On play action here, Brissett. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And they're going to score. It's a pick six for Seattle. Throwing at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing rod. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. DeMercado bringing it back. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Now Knight. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Brissett looking to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Brissett. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
And the Cardinals
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
It's 9 on the carry. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, an inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, Brissett. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Trey McBride. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for our Cardinals. First down.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Cardinals with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Brissett. Brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Complete to Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks' 42-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. To the air yet again, Brissett. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one connects. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and goal, Arizona.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Back in the end zone. Did he get the feet in? Did he? No. Couldn't get the feet in. Incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
This is Knight. And he's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now from the 2-yard line, it's 3rd and goal. They go to him again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making a 1-score game before halftime. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cardinals Cardinals 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Hey, we know that every single possession in this league is a premium. And these ones right before halftime with the clock dwindling down, well, they become even bigger. Setting your offense up for success with a return like that, you couldn't script it any better.
The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Has it at the 7. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. First
Move the chains!
5-yard
Gotta
line.
move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's second and goal.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
And again, it's Darnold. Caught just shy of the goal line. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Cardinals 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. All right, no more excitement here in this first half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. So So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a two-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Walker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running with Walker again. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Play fake, Darnold. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Out head the Cardinals now on offense. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Running is Knight. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Knight. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
And the Cardinal first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down. A gain of 14. First down, Arizona.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Going back gets the handoff. Got the give on the zone read, and the defenders were waiting for him. He goes down for a loss. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Brissett. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And no turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He put everything he had into this one. Brought in inside the 20. And he has this down to the 14-yard line. Now we'll see the medical team head out to the Seahawks. Have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. In the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Here's Brissett. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start the 2nd half with some needed points.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals chunk the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cardinals 21.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold has him on the quick hitter. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice up.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Darnold looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch made. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Still sticking with the passing game. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now off the play action. Finds Cup once more. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Now an inside give to Walker. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
18-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. In the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Going play action here. Brissett connects on the crosser. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's the one they should have run instead.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Pat O'Donnell doing the honors. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Has a little bit up to the 21. Brought down by the 16th pick in this year's NFL draft. Tackle made by Walter
2
Nolan.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Darnold out to play action. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. They have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
A 2-yard pickup.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st.
It's a gain of 11.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going play action. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
2nd and 10, Darnold. Now he takes it. Gets him close to 8 on that effort. Nice slide at the end. That brings up 3rd down. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Walker trying to run for the 1st. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 7-yard pickup and it moves the chains.
Another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. There's a screen now for Walker. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning his screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And off to Walker from the gun. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
All set now. 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Now they send their back in motion right. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
To the air on 3rd and long. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's a 36-yard look for him. Myers' kick is good, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Dortch now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
They're turning to the option on hit behind the line. That ball's loose. And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play.
You know, everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Darnold. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, But sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Quick pass out line. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Josh Sweat making the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Seahawks have the football, up a couple of scores to start their 4th quarter. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play fake, Darnold. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold. He keeps it and takes off. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
A gain of 17.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line. And the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, you hate that. They've eaten up some good yardage on this drive, Kate, and you get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Let's give some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back and make this now red zone attempt that much more difficult.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have likely locked up the win right there. Cooper Kupp, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. And he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Darnold and the Seahawks getting set to try for two.
The Seahawks will line up for the two-point conversion.
They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. This makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals offense making its way out. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brissett. It's him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That play good for 17 and a first down.
17 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Connects with Harrison again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The 47-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the shotgun, Brissett. He's got it to him yet again. That is cuffed. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He's got McBride complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. A gain of 14. First down, Cardinals.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
It's Knight on the carry. And he's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Wilson on the slant. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Looking inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. This is Knight. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Going play action here. Brissett. He's got Jones for the completion. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Cardinals 28.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Now Darnold on to play action. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Walker now from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. This is Cox. That's Cox. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You totally flip the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, Look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Darnold looking to throw. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on third down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Running back, motioning right. Here he goes, third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult. Now 2 touchdowns got to be scored. And that 2-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Escapes the defender. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Off the play fake, Brissett. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Second down. Here's Brissett again. Setting up the screen. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? To the air on third and long. Put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Ball and defender right at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. But he's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Darnold. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Tried to find Elijah Arroyo. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
No throw, 3rd and long. It's dropped underneath. Walker. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 34-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Brissett looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to the air, Brissett. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd down, it's Brissett. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's running for it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Walker on 1st down. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Defender gets a piece, but it's still caught. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That short pass gets tipped, and you then don't have much time to react to the catch. But he brings it in anyway to save the completion.
16-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and goal.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in the run game.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Charbonnet now up the middle. Has room into the secondary. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
3rd and goal now. Can they find that final yard? Try to run it in, Charbonnet. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks, well, they can probably just run away and hide. Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It doesn't get much easier than this. Myers' kick is good, and that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brissett. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the shotgun, Brissett. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Brissett. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Brissett makes the catch, and they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Here's Brissett. Setting up the running back screen. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air yet again. Brissett. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Throwing now, Brissett has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Now Brissett to throw. It's caught by Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Now it's Brissett. Running in the red zone. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days. Always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.